Well, you gonna put me on an Apple Studio display issue?
Well,
What kind of arrangement is this? You're supposed to be the producer.
Well, I'm trying to make it lighter.
What kind of arrangement is
You
this?
know, yeah.
It's a plus minus. That's all I'm trying to say. Well, it's a plus minus. You try to be in the overall plus when it's all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
And
Try your best.
You gotta look at numbers. You gotta be honest. Apple Studio display issue leaves some owners unable to update their firmware. Some are being told by Apple support to bring their monitors in for already.
Wow.
Already, Will? I didn't buy one of these. I did buy the Studio. I've been using it for like 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that struck me about the Apple Studio there, Mac Studio, how lightweight it is.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, I think a lot of that space in there is for
Fans.
Cooling purposes.
Yeah.
So that the fans don't have to run that much. Just like because I picked it up. Is this thing hollow or what?
Yeah.
It's a little lighter than I expected, and the chassis is quite heavy. I mean, I have a video coming up.
Oh yeah, stay tuned.
Or I kind of discuss why I got it because I didn't expect to buy it.
No, you weren't going to.
Remember, we're watching
Yeah.
the event. I'm like, I buy nothing. I am not buying. I don't need any of this. And then everything changed.
Yeah, I'm
With-
happy you did.
Well, everything changed like with our setup,
Exactly.
and so my computer became that computer, and we'll show you more of it in the unbox therapy video. But the Studio display, I guess, is having issues, and owners are trying to update to the latest firmware, and then after failed attempts, users are being told by Apple to support to bring their display in for repair. So it's one of these like failed firmware updates. Normally, it's not an issue. You just do the update, and it's no problemo. But I guess you see the display runs iOS, which is pretty unusual for a display. It's a full computer in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an iPad on a stick, except without a touchscreen. And you can't really use iOS, but it's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it'll be part of a product in the future. Apple has reportedly begun re-signing an older iOS 15.4 firmware, allowing the Studio display to resume updates. So they're, what are they, reverting back? Yeah, they try to revert to the other firmware to fix it up. And I guess in the meantime, they were telling people to bring them in because people didn't want to be staring at a busted display. And I guess they could have got a swap. Shout out to Mitchell. Appreciate it. I don't know. This display has gotten a lot of attention. Some people are, just not really liking the spec sheet. It's a decision that Apple made. They wanted to do 5K. So 5K display means you're going to be 60 hertz. And a lot of people I don't know. We're looking for some sort of magical spec sheet at this price point. And it is pricey, like no doubt. $2,000 here for a 27-inch 5K. It's no joke. There are other 5K displays out there. But apparently, with the putting their chip in there and the speakers and the camera, and it's all about just convenience, Well,
it's not very convenient if you can't update your firmware. It's interesting that computers are now monitors now, but you can't use the computer.
You would want to just run iOS on it?
I don't know. Like, it's not analog anymore. You can't just plug it. Well, you can, but you have to update. Just like you updated that table there.
Don't get me started on this table.
Connecting it to Wi-Fi.
Don't get me started on this table. No,
just to get the lights. And it's like,
I mean,
can't you just
you don't have
plug
to.
it in?
You don't have to update it. But I think once you give people the option, they think I got to be updated.
Yeah.
Right.
Shout out Michael. But listen, I'm sure they'll get that portion of it sorted out. I think the question is whether or not you want this display for $2,000, or if you want to just get the LG 5K display, and call it a day. But that's a lot of Apple products, right? It's an integrated thing. What you're paying for is the overall
ecosystem.
experience, the plug and playness, the working together. And my understanding is the speakers sound good. So maybe I'll grab one and test it out. I don't know.
End up getting everything.
But it doesn't really. but the thing is, it doesn't really matter to me because I have the even better display.
Yes.
So,
You have 2 of them.
but they don't have speakers in them, and I kind of wish they did.
Oh, they don't?
No,
No.
which is interesting.
Right. But
Uh,
you use currently the
I don't have any speaker hooked up right now because I was moving everything around.
yeah.
But I wish I don't really want to have like a big, powerful speaker there where I sit.
Like a standalone?
I'm trying to be
I
as
know.
minimal as possible.
Yeah.
And so just if it had like decent, even MacBook Pro caliber speakers in those 6K displays, that I wouldn't even think about putting another speaker. I'd be completely fine with that. Obviously, that's not going to happen because for people who don't know, I'm sitting in this crazy chair, which doesn't have a typical desk. Otherwise, I would easily put speakers. I'd put like studio monitors or something.
Yeah.
Right. But I suppose I could just wear headphones too.
But the Mac Studio doesn't have
No.
speakers as well.
Let me ask you guys something. Okay, you hate
Does
the
it?
idea of me. So this is 2 separate things. Don't let me forget this. What's your question? What's your question, Will?
Does the Mac Studio have speakers?
The worst little tinny mono speaker.
Oh,
It's
so it
barely
does.
at max volume. You can barely watch a YouTube video.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
No problem. I'm glad we got to the bottom of it. No, Mo got very offended there. I never saw him.
I don't like the headphone thing
Go ahead,
because
go ahead.
we go over there, we watch some videos, we discuss.
Yes.
And
It's very festive there.
it is.
Like,
But I agree with you. The speakers that you had before you had the
DVLA.
thank you, Will. They sounded bad.
Which one?
The
Yeah.
speakers that you
the
had
small
on
one
the
or the big one?
on your Mac Pro.
Oh, you're talking about the mono speaker built into it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
of course. Yeah,
They
no,
sounded
it's
really
trash.
bad.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I get putting another or having a better speaker system, but
Mm-hmm.
don't do the headphones because then I'm gonna stand there in silence while you watch a video and then turn around and we discuss.
This is interesting. I have very strong feelings about this.
I agree. It's really
I've
awkward.
stood behind people like editors, and
Yeah.
they're wearing headphones, and I'm just staring at a screen while it's moving.
And they're dancing to the beat.
Yeah, and they're like,
Can't I
this.
do both? Can I do both?
Oh, you mean have speakers and? Yeah, you can do that. But I thought you were saying one or the other. Like you were gonna have headphones or a speaker because you want that sleek look.
Mo's,
Listen, you get only headphones. I'm not coming back there.
I'm out. Damn. Wow, what an ultimatum.
Well, can't you connect the DVLA Phantom reactor?
The little
small
one, yeah. The thing goes to sleep, and then I have to click the power button.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
a
not
lot of work.
No, but it's just not like
there is a solution to this problem.
no, because listen, it sounds like I'm complaining. It's a very nice speaker, but it's not really an ideal computer speaker. Even though it has an
Yes.
analog input,
Yeah.
it's really more of a wireless kind of bookshelf speaker.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I mention that is because it will reset everything. So if it turns off and sleeps, then all of a sudden, if I go to max volume on the software volume adjustment, it will not be loud enough. I'll still have to reach back to the speaker and adjust the volume every time. It won't be where you left it. So there's like
full reset.
There's a few different things that will
Wow, they're not selling it anymore?
annoy you about it.
Oh, you know what? I actually have a solution to your thing, but I don't want to. We're not gonna say it right now. Stay tuned at Unbox. You're gonna unbox it soon.
Okay.
This is a surprise for you.
Shout out to Jesse. He says he wants to advertise on the show, and he gave us 100,000 cop. I don't even know what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
It sounds like a lot. Will, I think we should get a thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. I don't know why we missed your emails, but to USD. I feel like, 26 bucks.
Nice. Thank you.
But what is
Still much love.
Appreciate it.
But what is COP?
Peso.
What?
Colombian pesos.
Colombian pesos. Okay. Colombian pesos. Wow. Shout out to Fotis. Fotis, did you talk to Fotis?
No.
I was gonna.
You'll get an email
It's
soon,
funny. I was
Fotis.
just gonna talk to him like as if I was gonna go, hey, Fotis, we should have him on the show. Anyway, yeah.
We'll talk soon, bud.
Thank you for the super chat. I told Will to talk to you about something, and I don't know why he neglected. Maybe he's got
It was
issues.
a weekend.
Maybe he's got issues. Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
was sleeping.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You had
The
to
weekend.
strong weekend rules.
Yeah, exactly.